everybody, Ben here with We Go Fishing, and welcome to Fishing News of the Week. Karen is here with me, and
what are we talking about today?
the weather.
The weather.
Yeah, because we've had so much rain, which is not common for South Texas. It's the middle of July, July 12th now.
And all that rain filled the bay with fresh water, and the fishing was not good.
It was not good. No, it was
so
not
that's a bit of fishing news for you.
Yeah, that was a bit of fishing news.
But that's not what it's about today.
But it did help our lakes, and so that's why I thought we'd talk about freshwater fishing.
Well, let's talk about
because I thought that'd be
fishing.
And this comes from the Beaumont Enterprise, and the article was which Texas lakes are consistently, there's your key word, consistently the best for bass fishing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Pick you. Well, let's see what they say, and then we'll count.
I haven't read it, but I'm going to tell you if Falcon Lake isn't on there.
Yeah, you haven't read this article?
No.
Oh, you got to do your pre-show prep.
Yeah, I didn't do my pre-show.
You didn't do your pre-show prep,
but you did.
So
yes. I just know without looking, it's got to have Falcon Lake.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Bassmaster magazine recently unveiled its annual ranking of America's top 100 bass lakes, and there are some familiar names on it. The rankings include top 10 overall picks and a breakdown of the top 25 lakes in the central, southeastern, western, and northeastern geographical regions of the United States. I'm not going to read all this to you because it talks about how they do it and all that good stuff.
It's almost like music ratings.
Yeah,
but this will be fun.
Yeah, it says one thing that can't be disputed is Texas's reputation for world-class bass fishing. And I would say that. We have some,
well,
some of the biggest and best are
Texas
here.
has the biggest and best of everything.
Well,
you do know that.
Everything's bigger and better in Texas.
We don't have just toast. We have Texas-sized toast. Notice it's bigger and better.
I know. Everything in Texas is bigger and better. So
even the bass.
10 Lone Star lakes, including 4 border lakes being the ones that share the border with Mexico, made the grade. So we got 10 out of the top 100.
All right.
So 10% are here. Okay, among them. Okay, you ready? Drum roll, please. Okay, among them are Lake Fork, Sam Rayburn, O.H. Ivy, Toledo Bend, Ray Roberts, Conroe. That was actually surprising to me.
That's surprising.
Falcon.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew that
Choke
one.
Canyon.
Choke
I
Canyon.
was going to guess Choke Canyon.
Texoma. And hopefully this is pronounced Caddo. I don't know this lake's name. It's C-A-D-D-O. So if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize for that. But apparently Lake Fork is one of the best.
I have never fished there.
I have never fished there either.
One of the best in America? The question mark, huh?
Yeah, it says one of the best bass lakes in America, dating back to like 1980s and 1980s and 1990s. So it says it developed a reputation for cranking out bass upwards of 10 pounds like a bubblegum machine.
All right, time to go.
Time to go.
Let's forget fishing news
To
of the
date,
week. Let's go.
To date, the lake has produced 263 fish over 13 pounds.
Wow.
That's big. 2 state records and 30 of the top 50 biggest bass ever recorded statewide. So this has been consistently the top of the rankings, apparently.
So what you're saying is good luck finding a spot.
Yeah. It says this lake, Lake Fork, cracked the overall top 10 twice. And judges really liked what they saw in the fabled fishery. It grabbed the #1 spot on a list steeped in heavy hitters for the very first time. So there you go. They say Fork is the best.
Whereabouts is that?
You would want me to Google that, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's look it up.
Let's look up.
What is Lake Fork?
I'm sure everyone else wants to know how to get there.
It's a reservoir in Texas.
Okay, so it's a reservoir.
And it is near... Let's bring up Google Maps. There it is.
Oh, it's big.
Zoom out. It's near Dallas. It's just outside of Dallas. Emory? Yeah, so it's right there. Lake Fork.
Scroll out a little bit so you can see the top of Texas there. Okay, so it's to the right of Dallas.
Yeah, there's Arkansas, Oklahoma, and right there.
Yep, there's College Station, Austin, and you don't see us on the map. We're too far down.
Anyway, so that's where it is, just outside of Dallas.
For us, but
that'd be a good, but if, visiting your brother or whatever,
yeah,
it's Dallas. So, Anyway, so there's apparently this lake has dozens of tournaments. You would think if it produces that big of bass, there'd be plenty of those. And so it's that's what they say. That's kind of surprising because I would have thought Falcon. I'm a little biased because Falcon's about 45 minutes away from us, and
Yes,
Falcon
but-
has a great.
You know why I think it
Opportunities.
didn't win though? Because not as many people actually fish it.
No, it's hard.
So once they
Well,
fish it,
it's
they
hard
would
to
produce
fish.
more of those records, but
Yeah.
not as many people fish it because they are nervous
Yeah.
about going on that side.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
so
and I would be too,
Yeah.
in certain spots.
Yeah.
So,
So 3 of our Texas Lake made the top 10, which was Fork, Sam Rayburn, and O.H. Ivy. So that was the top. Fork being the top. Sam Rayburn got 6th, and O.H. Ivy got number 10. Texas counts for more lakes in the top 10 than any other state and tied California for the most entries in the top 100 this year. So apparently Rayburn has been solid. He's only been outside the top 10 only 3 times in 10 years. The
so
lake was
we have
number
to visit
2.
that one too.
Yeah, Sam Rayburn, yeah. Is number 1 in 2018, number 3, number 7 goes through all this. So that's pretty amazing too. So these are very highly ranked lakes. Lake O.H. Ivy's first ever top 10 ranking isn't found on tournament weights. It's built around the Share Lunker Giants and epic pleasure fishing recaps that read like fairy tales. Apparently that lake is also very good. And of course, you know, the other ones that are mentioned also very good. So, yeah, go Texas, right?
Yeah.
Big bass. I saw some pictures out of Falcon. Some of the ones they're pulling out of there.
Just recently?
Yeah, 8 to
Oh, wow.
10 pounds, getting pretty regular.
Wow.
But the problem with Falcon, I think Falcon would actually rank higher. I'm kind of biased because it's close by. We fished Falcon. We have some videos of us fishing Falcon. And Falcon's a great fishing lake. It does border Mexico. People get nervous about that. There were some incidents back and on Falcon Lake. But then also, I think Falcon not being a constant level lake, sometimes it's very hard. It's hard to hold tournaments because if the lake's too low, getting your boats in
Yeah.
is going to be an issue.
They have to close the ramps.
Yeah, and so I really think that actually hurts Falcon because of the water going up and down and not being a constant level.
And also the buried debris that you don't see,
Yeah.
and then
It's
when
a lot
it's
of-
covered, it can be dangerous. You don't. know
You,
what
you
you're
almost need
looking
a little
for.
bit of like a local guide to go out there. Somebody to show you where things are, mark your maps and that sort of thing. Because there's
You're like, bam, sunken
Bam.
bridge. Oops.
yeah, and there's houses and trees. I mean,
Yeah.
because they flooded when they all they did was dam up the Rio Grande and they flooded that whole area and that created that lake. But it is great. I mean, there's a lot of great fish that are pulled out of there as well. So. Let us know what you think about this. Let us know if one of these. I've never fished a Choke Canyon, which is also close by. I've
If
not
you
fished
fished
there.
any of those top 10, let us
Yeah,
know.
let us know. Maybe share a picture of your catches. Would love to see those. If you haven't followed us yet on Newsbreak, make sure you do that because that way you can know when we actually put out the fishing news of the week. I'm thinking about adding a section of fishing news where I go through the fishing report for at least South Texas on the Gulf Coast. So I've been thinking about that. And maybe we'll do that in the future. But thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.